So today I'm making a video about opportunities you have when you live in China to be on television or in a video for some conference or some advertising or things like that. It's an opportunity you probably wouldn't normally get in your own country, but it happens quite a bit when you're a foreigner living in China. The reason for this, I guess, is because we look completely different. We don't look Chinese, well, you know, if you're a Caucasian. So a lot of these videos they make, or small documentaries or whatever, it looks good to have a foreigner in it. It adds some credibility. It makes it seem more international, more believable, as opposed to just Chinese people being in it. So there's a few different things which happen. You can get opportunities like this, which is called like white monkey work, where you're paid to go to some presentation or opening or whatever, but you're actually paid to go there and you mingle with the crowd and walk around and you just be the foreigner. And that's supposed to add some credibility or some quality to whatever the show is. And there's other opportunities which come through either people knowing you, or whether you work for a school or work for a university or something like that, where they want you to be part of something they're doing because you're a foreigner. Probably not because you've actually got anything to be involved with it or anything. It's just that you're a foreigner, so you're going to look good in the video. So a few opportunities which have come along for me is, obviously, when I worked at a school, they asked me to dress as Santa Claus for Christmas, which is, pretty normal. But other opportunities which have happened, one of them is at the local community centre. The local community centre, they know my wife, because my wife does a kids rhyme time every summer holiday, where she just does voluntary. She just does a teaching for 10 days, and she teaches kids singing different rhymes and songs in English as a community service. She does it with some other teachers from her school. So the community centre knew that she was married to a foreigner, so therefore they asked her, can your husband come and help us make a short video? It's for a conference they were having in the Haidian area, and it was thanking the volunteers who volunteer their time to Haidian. For like at the bus stops, some older people, they volunteer at bus stops to give people directions of what bus to catch and stuff like that. So there was a small conference they did where they were thanking them. So they wanted me to come and be part of this video. So I had to, just say a few things in Chinese and join in with the other people who were dressed up as, a guy in a wheelchair who wasn't actually anything wrong with him. He could walk, and there was a police officer and other people who were all pretending to be part of the Haidian community, and were all thanking the volunteers. So that was just a short thing we done, which the video would have been used at a conference. The next video which I was involved in was one which was done at my school. They told me there was a teachers' conference and they'll be making a video about my teaching, so I had a film crew follow me around for a day. But I noticed that the film crew were just watching one girl particularly, so filming my lessons, but mainly filming her as well. And the reason for that is this girl's quite special, as in she doesn't speak at all. She doesn't speak to teachers, she doesn't speak to students, she doesn't speak to anyone. And when I first started the school, they said to me, "Oh no, she won't join in because she doesn't speak." So I've just spent some extra time with her. When we read the books, I put my finger on the words and then I read the words for her, and then so she can see what I'm doing in class. And I just spend a bit of extra time with her because of this. And I asked the film crew, I said, does the parents know that you're kind of aiming this film about her, not just me? And they're like, no, we don't have to tell the parents. It's just, it's not important. And I'm kind of like, really surprises me, because like in Australia, if you had a film crew come in and just filming about one particular student and making a short documentary type thing about it, you would need parental consent, but in China you don't seem to. So the film was made, and I was told it was just to be used at a teaching conference for the Haidian area. So I was fine with that, and I didn't see the finished product. They just filmed me for the day, and the camera was just on me all the time. So about 2 weeks later or something, 3 weeks later, I was told, hey, you need to go to this conference today. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they cancelled all my lessons, and off I went with the head of the English department from my school, and we've gone to this conference, and they've played the finished video, and this is the first time I've seen it. And yeah, the video was really aimed just about my interaction with this one girl at the school, and so the conference, was all very boring. But then the following week, I get some phone calls from some colleagues, and they go, hey, you're on TV today. They've played that video on TV on some channel, and they played the videos from all the different schools, but our school, of course, was one of them. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm quite surprised about that. So that was, not what I thought the video was for. I thought it was only for a conference. So after it was on TV, the TV station have then turned around, and they've got a talk show making a short film about all the different schools and about different way the teachers teach, and especially the foreign teachers. And then they've seen my video, so they've called my headmaster in. So he's, all smiles, and he's gone in with some students from my school, and then they've asked the headmaster about my teaching, and they've asked the kids about my teaching. And I was quite surprised, because when this went on TV, same thing. I was not told anything about it. And in the TV program, they actually asked my headmaster, oh, couldn't the foreign teacher come in and be on the TV show to talk with us? And the headmaster goes, oh, no, sorry, he was unavailable, he couldn't come in. And, that's such a lie, because I wasn't even told about it. They didn't tell me that I was asked to go on the TV show. They only sent the headmaster and the school kids. So I don't know why that is. It's such Chinese style. I think they liked the video, and they liked the message they had made up and the way they had edited it. And I don't think they wanted me to be on TV because, maybe I'll say the wrong thing, or maybe I'll explain things differently. And I think they liked it just the way it was. Yeah, so they asked the kids different questions, and the kids gave all the right answers, and it was all smiles. So everything looked really good. You got the nice foreigner spending the extra time with the special girl in class, and everything's just perfect. And that's so Chinese. Everything's more about face, losing. No one wants to lose face. Everyone wants to appear that everything's going good and everything's right, as opposed to actually knowing the truth sometimes. So these were the times that I've been on TV in China, and the opportunities I've had to be in for different films for conferences and that. So it's an opportunity I wouldn't have in Australia. And it doesn't bother me as such. When I was working at the school, I just did my job. I did it the best way I knew, the best way I could, and I done it with all the right intentions. And so I have kept everything very honest. The way things get portrayed afterwards by the school and on TV and everything, that's entirely up to them. It's out of my control. And the local Haidian area, the conference there, you know what? Yeah, I'm happy to be part of that. I think the volunteers do a great job. All volunteers do a great job. So for me to be part of the video and say thank you, why not? My wife volunteers at the community centre as well, so I guess indirectly I am part of that. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities in China to get on TV or be interviewed over different things. It's just a matter of who you know and or who you work for. But the opportunities will more than likely arise at some stage. So yeah, it's all been very interesting. It's a very interesting life living in China. So, well, that's all for this. More videos to come.